Yeah, there we go. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Maverick Workshop. Going to be working on some diamond painting pins and going to be finishing this batch up for the week, and then going to be moving on to shaping some of the new designs. I guess a new take on something else, which if you've been here in the last couple streams, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, well, it'll be something that comes up a little later. But yes, I've got some ready to go. So those will be pretty fun. Yeah, get to it. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, ba-dum. All right, we good. That's good. Ooh, yeah. There we go. Get all the way caught up. There it is. Oh, whoops. Satisfactory. Excuse me. Oh, yes. There it is. Come on, man. Feel it. Get to it. Man, do I need to take a Claritin? Good grief. My nose is running. Let's see. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, yes. Okay. There we go. You know, I wish there was something like they have on Twitch to show like an activity feed, because I want to see when people pop up. It's just gonna do it, babe. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Like when people subscribe, it'd be nice to have it pop up. There's something I think in Stream Elements that I can do with that. Ooh, nice swoop. Hey Ab, you make a little video for the socials? Little of this, little of that, little of this, and then it's live. Nice. But yeah, sometimes, you know, I wonder if it's streaming on YouTube is a good place. But you know, you can optimize all kinds of things. But at the end of the day, just do it. You know, the same applies for turning. You know, sometimes you just got to get in there and just start messing around with different tools and different ideas, thoughts, anything like that that you have. So, just the way some things go. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. Also, the cold that has come through, I guess mostly the south in general. But yeah, we got about 8 inches of snow, and then it froze over, and then it rained, and then that froze over. So the kids weren't even at school for a long time, and then finally today is their first day back, it seems. They had, I think, like 1.5 days or something like that last week. But yeah, it's nice to have them back in school. And they were ready too. It's kind of funny. Hey Lawrence, how you doing, man? What you been up to? Better? That's good. You get your vitals stabilized. Have you had a chance to play around with your taps and dies yet? Or are you still waiting for some things to get there? Come on now. Trying to waiting for warmer weather. 2 more things you want to get? 3? Oh man. You need to get blanked. Alright, go ahead and throw some honeycomb in there. Nice. You want to get a die holder? Huh, nice, nice. Sorry about that. Woo. Man. Goodness. Oh, you have one? Well, good, man. You're all set up pretty much. What do you need to do before you get going with that then? What kind of projects are you working on before getting to that? A scroll saw drill? Huh. Interesting. I said, what else did you need to do? What other projects were you needing to do or trying to do before getting going with that? Scroll saw drill. Interesting. I'm not sure what that is. Hey, Marianne, how you doing? So, Marianne, you probably got your beading tools. Have you played with those yet? Very small. Weird. There are drill presses that are like compatible with like a hand drill. Is that the type of thing you're talking about? Well, you know, you said it's a scroll saw drill. I don't know what that looks like. Doing great, good, good. Played around with them a little bit, trying to get your ring tools. I haven't tried them yet. Your ring tools, Marianne, are those like the hook tools? I think I actually ground the tool, well, and then I reground it actually, so I don't actually have it. I tried it, but it wasn't the right size. So that's why I use a screwdriver for the small things that I do. But let's see. This one is actually not a good one to do a captive ring on. Well, not this particular one, but this color scheme. More round than hook, but should work. Hey, good, good, good. So when you start doing that, maybe, you know what? Let's do a captive ring. Hey, Abby. You want to do a captive ring? You want to pick a color? Or pick a one with nothing in it?
You mean like a random way?
Yeah. But yeah, we can definitely get a captive ring repetition in. Got to keep the skills honed, Got to practice these things every once in a while. Make sure you still got it. Oh yes, there we go. She's coming over with a blank that I'm going to do it on. Oh, cool. Marianne says hey. Lauren said hey. What?
Let me know when you do the next regular and I'll do that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, we can do a captive ring. Abby picked a really cool blunt actually. I like this one. It's going to be real nice. So we're actually going to do one that's kind of like this, except we're going to get the ring out of this middle part. So we'll do something like this similar shape. Sweet. All right. So that one is good to go. So as far as the captive ring goes, I'd say that it's most important to pay attention to like the sequence. So you do a little bit of the sequence, and then what you're going to do is kind of stop once you get the ring like shaped out. but not parted yet. So that's kind of one of the interesting things that after doing some repetitions, altering the sequence is kind of how I got to that point, because I've done them at varying times, really. Oh my goodness. All right. Alright, pretty good, pretty good. We'll just go ahead and chew it up just a little bit here on this side specifically. Almost. There we go, that's good enough. So the marks that I do, this is probably about where the ring is going to be. Yep, and then we'll do the bead about right there. We'll do kind of a bat end style there. And then we'll put the other one here. So it's going to go in here. And then I just use this tool as the kind of a guide for it, and then I offset it a little bit. So this is about my guide. There, boom. That's all I need for that. And then we're going to go ahead and put the other rings in place. Go ahead and clean up these edges real quick. Same thing here. Making them symmetrical. Oh. Yeah, I can use the other one. Alrighty. And then come in here, peel this back, because this is going to kind of be totally contoured. This is also kind of where you're ballparking the diameter of the ring as well. I'm going to just kind of peel this back a bit with the keeper tool here. Then you can come in and then just clean it the rest of the way out. So we'll revisit the middle part. So it doesn't need to be perfect yet. So you kind of get like a little bit of a bow tie look. And then I'm going to end up needing to take this down a bit more. Probably didn't think you could do that with a round clay though, did you? But we are going to even it out a little bit more here. And then flatten it a bit. You definitely want the ends pretty well. If anything, you want the side that you're going to cut towards. So if I'm going from right to left, you know, I kind of want the left side a little bit shallower than the right side. That's just kind of a fine-tuning sort of thing. So now we're just going to smooth this out a little bit, round it, give it a nice look. You don't want to take too much off, but you want to make it smooth to make it easier for sanding. You might find that you have to go a little bit deeper, like I'm doing here. So we get it flat. Is it flat yet? Ooh, that's looking good, man. Sweet. Okay. I'm taking it down a little bit more. Okay. Good. Now go ahead and knock out the ends. This is going to get smoothed out as well, a little bit more down here, especially so we can get the tool in. But that is good enough for now. Go ahead and give this the back ends that it's going to have. The reason I do the middle part as long as I do is so you have room at the web of your hand. Well, the person that's going to use the pen has room at the web of their hand for that. Okay, we're looking pretty good. Take a little bit out of the belly here. Knock the end out. Alright, doing good. Okay, size a little bit smaller. We're going to make this one a little bit smaller as well. A little bit more angled as well. There it is. now, handy dandy screwdriver. It's a flathead screwdriver that I ground a hook into it. And so you just kind of follow the edge. And it goes straight in. Come to the other side. And then do the same thing. But we don't want to part it yet. We just wanted to basically cut out that little bit. And we're just going to bevel this little bit right here. There we go. All right, that is looking good. So leave it like this at this point. So it's going to go over to Abby. She's going to sand and polish the ring, and then she'll give it back to me. I will take it off, or separate it, I guess. That looks really good. So if you do happen to cut that little valley a little too deep, like I have in the past, something that you can do is just reduce the overall size of the pin. Just making sure that when you do that, you have to make sure that the ring won't come off either end. So there's that. It'll come back to me in a bit. You doing it? You doing it? Okay. All right, I need another set of bushings. Good thing we got a whole bunch of them. All right, Lawrence, take care, man. Ark, how you doing? Okay. Yeah, what do you think so far? Pretty straightforward, isn't it? Yeah. It'll come back and it'll be, we'll get it finished up, and then you'll get to see it all done. Let's see, we're doing 55. That's it. This action. But yeah, that is something that, you know, I don't see also on YouTube, I guess. Some people want to figure out how to do captive rings, and you know, they buy the tool, but having the tool and knowing how to use it is two different things, you know. Other tool back here when it comes back to me. Maybe. Also, I will say that if you have a narrow ring, it makes it a little easier too. but I just don't think that it looks as nice. I want the ring to be a little bit thicker, about, I guess, somewhere around 7 mil. You saw somebody do 7 rings in the same pin? I mean, we could have just done it over and over again. But when you do those, what you do is you do them narrower, and then you just cut from one side. You don't necessarily cut from the other side. So you just kind of stack them from like either right to left or left to right. So you, excuse me, so you can get them all done. Was his explanation as thorough? I mean, I did the rings on that that pencil. I don't know where it went. Come on, Claritin, kick in. Sorry about that. Yes. And was he doing it on resin or was he doing it on wood? Wood's typically more cooperative for some things, and then I think resin is, a little better for other things. She's on it. She's on it. The little ring it would take her longer to get all the sanding and pastes like prepared to use it than it does for her to actually sand it. You don't remember if it was resin or wood? Yeah. Well, depending on what, I'd also say it probably depends on what diameter. Let's see. Here, finishing touches. Why, thank you. All right, so there it is. Man, that one's nice. Cleans up real good. Okay. So as far as how I did, the next thing I do is I get my other hook. This one is flat and thin. So it's just going to come in here, go under, and then pretty much go straight across. But you have to be considerate of heat. Hopefully you can just get it nice. Perfect. So once it's there, clean it up the rest of the way in the shape that you want it to be. You're also going to need to consider the diameter of the inside of the ring and have it be able to move back and forth. So we're going to kind of incorporate like a little bit of a taper in here. Across. Now we got this one guy. Almost there. So now we're going to work on that symmetry. This side needs to come down a bit more. Quite a bit more. And then we need to steepen that. Almost there. About right. Okay, let's see how we're looking here. This still needs a little bit more taken out of the belly. So the smoother I can get that. Alright, so it stops right there. That'll get taken away. It is going to get sanded underneath a little bit. So it will have a little bit more room to move once the ridge gets removed. But we're going to get it close. pretty good. There we go. Boom. Alright, now it just gets finished up. Boop. Getting some other social media content on here. Thank you. Another shape that's kind of similar. We just need a gentle taper all the way to the middle. And then repeat it. Okay. Thank you, man. Did you stop it?
Stop what?
The phone? Did you push the buttons on the phone? Oh. Man, it got loud. Man, that was loud in my ears. the cell needs to be a little bit more ball-like. There it is. Boom. Oop. I'll take that one down a little bit more right there. There we go. Hello. How you doing? Having a good day? There you go. Pencil down. Alrighty. What in the heck? Why does it keep doing that? Let's see. Alright, just a moment. Gotta fill up my put more coffee in there. Heat it up a little bit more. There we go. Hit the fan. Dang it. I'm so sorry. I guess I gotta get back on my Claritin as it starts to warm up a little bit around here. Even though it's not all that warm, it's just sunny. It's weird. Weird. Oh, man. Really messes me up. I didn't used to have seasonal allergies. Like, I was born and raised in North Carolina, and it never bothered me. And then I moved out west, went in the military, did stuff, and then I came back, and now I got seasonal allergies. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know what to do other than take Claritin or whatever. What in the heck? Is it freezing up? What is going on? Man, if you, I just encountered it on my own screen. That's weird. So I had to refresh the page. That's unusual. Okay. all this come from? Goodness. I'm sorry about that. Whew. What's going on? Alrighty, here we go. Back in the saddle. Speaking of saddle, has anybody ridden a horse? I haven't ridden a horse, but I've been chased by one. Abby, when she was in school, she was like in an equine class. So she would ride horses. It's kind of cool that that was at college. It's those types of things that I'm like, man, college is awesome for that. Because they have like the ability to do that, and it's not just the ability that they have for that, but it's also like the like a decent reason to have animals like that and professionals there and all that jazz. So it's kind of an interesting way to go about it. But yeah, she learned a lot about horses, but the only horse experience I really have is about one chasing me. So growing up, we lived on a decent amount of land. I lived on 32 acres of land, and then our neighbors had like a 5 acre or so plot that their horses were able to be on. Yeah, they only have one horse. It was a white horse, and its name was Red. And I used to go over there and give it carrots and apples and stuff like that. And one day I went over, and it like came, and then like almost, I imagine it kind of scoffed at me, you know? It's like, ugh, no, not you. And then it like walked away from the fence kind of slowly, and then it started running at the fence, and then it jumped it and then chased me. So I ran all the way back to my grandmother's house, which was about probably a good 100, 200 yards away. And I started running when it like left the fence and turned back around. I was like, oh man, this is not normal behavior. I was like probably about 12. And then I'm like yelling, and my grandmother comes out, and she sees a big old horse coming at me, and she goes and gets a broom, and then she starts putting the horse back in its place. One of my most distinct memories about my grandmother. I was pretty fortunate where I lived next to my grandparents, and they had a good part in raising me too, because both my parents worked. So it's funny. But yeah, I just imagine, you know, thinking back on it, I think about, you know, a little old frail lady with she had like the white afro kind of hairdo, like the old, well, I call it the old white lady afro. That's what it looked like to me at the time. But I don't know what hairstyle that would be called. But you can imagine it. And her just being angry, chasing down that horse with a broom. And, you know, she also helped them get it back in the fence and everything, too. And that was my experience with the horse. And so when I told Abby that story, she's like, I guess I phrased it a little differently when I told it to her, as far as like why do I like dirt bikes more? Like I rode dirt bikes growing up, and I wasn't a fan of I wasn't a fan of horses at that time, because that was a very unsettling experience. But yeah, but I like dirt bikes because they're more predictable, right? You're in control. And it's predictable. Like you maintain the fluids on machines, then they're not going to do that type of thing to you. Although I did end up dropping the bike on my leg one time. When it was raining, that's when I'm supposed to put my dirt bike away. And then I'm supposed to, at the time, I was like 15 or something, and I put it started raining, I put the dirt bike away, but when I went around one of the corners, it was gravel, and it slipped out from under me, and it fell on my leg, and so I had to like push myself out, and then it burned all the way up my leg. But, you know, that's on me. I don't blame the dirt bike for that. Anyway. It's been a long time for you, Marianne? I mean, I wouldn't say that it made me dislike horses. It just made me not trust them or be more skeptical about them. Because I'd still go ride. I'd still go ride a horse. It didn't create like a permanent fear. Because they have personalities, just like a lot of animals do. Big personalities. When you were a teenager way back when? A teenager way back when, huh? Man, I thought I turned my ads off. Marianne, are you getting ads? That's not cool, man. Come on. Let's see. Let me turn that off. There we go. Turn it to manual. There we go. Boom. All right, we shouldn't be getting ads anymore. Good grief. It's annoying for me trying to watch it too on my iPad over here. Because there's an ad that like pops up and covers the chat. I don't even know what it's advertising. But anyway, ads are off now. Well, they're turned to manual, so. I guess I'll punish bad behavior. I'll run an ad. So we gotta behave. Oh, that's not what you want. Marianne, I also say that when you are using your beading tool and you're getting closer to the thinner areas, you want to be nice and slow. Like, I'm sure you remember parts about like turning tools where you introduce the bevel and then you drop it down to the cutting edge until it starts cutting, and then you just kind of slowly let the tool do the work. So you have the bevel, you can pretty much leave it there all day. I mean, it'll heat up, but it'll heat up. But then you start like lifting your backhand and it'll start cutting. But you want positive contact pretty much the whole time. Michael, what's up, dude? How you been, my brother from another country? Go slow? Yeah. Making... My goodness, I'm sorry. Oh. Not much. Making... My goodness. Stop it. Sorry. Pin making stock in a hotel for display and show this weekend. What? Dang, man. You're hitting the ground running. Pin making machine over there. Made a few roller balls from drumsticks. Hey, that's fun. Dropping shorts? Are these shorts on YouTube? When I get into a doom scrolling mood, I pretty much watch shorts on Instagram or TikTok. But I've been doing a lot of not actually picking up my phone. On YouTube? Nice. How's the viewers? Getting good traction with that? Shorts do seem to do pretty well, actually. Might be the activator that I'd be using this causing that. You really know too. First two went around 1.2. Hey, good. Third flop. I wouldn't call it a flop. That's still a lot of people. I mean, think about it. 500. What does that look like in person? That's a lot of people. I mean, I think of even 10 people, pretty significant. They're not like mega numbers necessarily, but I don't know, that's 20 eyeballs. Hey, good deal, man. You getting there? So what type of content is it, Michael? Hey. How you doing? Popovic. Popovic. Where's that name from? Dropping a chaos resin tomorrow. Nice. What does chaos look like? Pin making forum, gotcha. Yeah, I probably should, no, I don't actually want to, but I probably should. You have some true stone that was sent to make a fountain pen. Right on. What kind of fountain pen is it going to be? I've got some true stone. It's a pretty hard material, but if you're just tubing it, then it's not going to be very problematic. Threading it can be problematic. Two-part, nice. It does weigh a lot. It is weird. It is pretty dense material. I've got some blue and black true stone. We'll be in another pin magazine actually later this year. can't share the deets yet. Or maybe I can. I don't know. But we'll be in a pin magazine later this year. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I don't know how, because we've been in local before. This is a little bit bigger, so that's pretty cool. Looking forward to that. You have a 3 blank 2.5 Q is a bottle stopper. Lilac pink. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Goodness. Get out. Oh, man. I'm sorry about that. Goodness. Alrighty. We'll pause this for a sec. Hey, Ab. You come over here for a minute? Alright. If something hasn't agreed, I know, man. I think it's allergies. Oh, my goodness. Get Abby over here for a sec so I can go, I don't know, do something. Whoa! World's turned. Whew! Forgive me. There we go. I need to go take care of my allergies for a sec. Eyes are all watery, feel all poopy.
There's nasal spray in there if you want it. And do we have allergy eye drops? I'm not sure. I already gave him Claritin now, so don't go take more Claritin.
I'm gonna go try to clear it out.
Oh, your light isn't on. It's so dark. Ta-da! Now I'm well lit. The brains of the operation has arrived. No, I would not call myself the brains. John does all of the ideas and thinking. However, I am a very good executor, or like, I don't know, manager in some ways. Don't tell John. Anyway, how you guys doing today? Let's see. I think John's actually almost done with these for this week for the pink ones. But I have so much sanding to do because I've got all of this week's, which are called Galentines because it's February, and they have hearts in them and they're so cute. And then I've got a bunch of show pins that I need to sand for the California Pin Show that is now in like less than 2 weeks. What's today? Thursday? Yeah, I'm leaving in 2 weeks. So I'm leaving Thursday the 18th, I think. So, that's very exciting. I have never been to LA. I've flown into LAX. I'm a little nervous about that. Last year so the last 2 years with the San Francisco Pin Show, those were actually my first solo travel since before we had kids. Like that. Those were the first times in a very, very long time since I have gone anywhere by myself. So you need some Valentine's ideas for blank. Pinks, amazing. Reds also do super well during Valentine's. I've done a couple in the past, like red and white blanks that people really liked. I put heart glitter and things. I've also done a black and red Valentine colorway that was like Queen of Hearts, so it was a little like a darker kind of cool one. And then last year I did Lonely Hearts, and it was purple and blue. I'm on the small one. I didn't change it. I have tissues right, or I had tissues on my tissues. So. No, I was just talking about Valentine's Day. Blank. Okay. Girly. That's it. It depends on your audience, I guess. These pink ones, I'm pretty sure are gonna do well. People seem excited about them. And here, hand me that one. Just got the bushings. Thank you. I'm gonna go switch it real quick so I can show you. No, it's fine. So these ones, and you probably couldn't see while John was turning them, but they have heart glitter in them, which are very cute. They are, this particular one is not the best behaved glitter I've used. So I've had a few that had some like chip out that I had to CA, but that's not that big of a deal. I only did a couple, but maybe. It smelled really weird a while ago. It almost smelled like acrylic, even though I know we're not turning any acrylic. I got a really weird whiff of something. Yeah, it was weird. It was like the smell of acrylic. Okay. So John bought a mystery box of stabilized wood, of dyed stabilized wood from Turner's Warehouse, right? Or was it from Penn State? Penn State. Okay. So we did some diamond painting pens, which are, some of them have been finished, some of them haven't, but like that have resin in the middle and have the stabilized wood on your side. And then these are fountain pens. These are fountain pens that John has had turned a little bit, but I have taken a while to get to. And the thing with the stabilized wood, it does finish like resin, or very similarly to resin. More color comes off of it because it's a dyed, wood instead of actual resin. But cactus juice, I think, is the most common stabilizer. It might be the only one. I'm not really sure. Curtis, that's what it is. For the Seebeck, I think. From Turntex. Turntex is the company. He sells a lot of cactus juice and the buffering. Where is it? I have no idea. Hopefully, it seems okay on ours. Oh, buffers in mine too. We've had some issues lately with our internet with all of these storms that we've gotten recently. I'm sorry. Internet. Yeah, internet. We're talking about getting fiber instead of the internet that we have. Okay, so anyways, the thing with some of these stabilized ones is I think I filled most of them, but some of these had really big voids or cracks in them. So John actually did this on my birthday pin that he made me, but he inlaid opal chips in the areas that had big cracks. So that's what I did. I think it's so cool and adds just like a really unique little touch. And then these ones have ebonite. They're ebonite sleeved and have really cool little copper accent rings. So that's one that has the opal, and then I have quite a few that do not. So we've got a bunch of different colors. They've got some really pretty, oh sorry, I'm ringing, chatoyance in them. So we got a variety of colors here. This teal is probably one of my favorite color-wise. I also really like the purple. And then this pink one got halfway done. I haven't finished it, so I've done the inlay. It had quite a bit of spots that needed the opal inlay, and then so I've got a few bodies left to finish, and then we've got our ebonite caps and ebonite sections for those, so I think they're gonna look pretty cool. Oh, now it's buffering over here too.
The upload speed so bad.
You
The
can't.
download's like 420. The upload's 4.
Can't get cactus juice here for less than you know what? I haven't looked at prices of cactus juice at all. John and I, when we first started with the resin stuff, we actually accidentally bought a vacuum chamber instead of a pressure pot, which we returned and got, the pressure pot. But yeah, we were both like, we don't want to do that. I'd rather buy stabilized wood because I'm already a sticky mess with resin. You can show them. Yeah, they don't really look like much because you can't really see the color shift in there. That I don't know. The blanks. I'd be a mess because I know that it's really sticky and kind of gets everywhere, and you have to put it in the oven to cure, and while it's still sticky. Okay, switch the camera again.
If you follow us or follow me on TikTok, I showed Abby made a cool video.
I put it on Maverick Pens too.
Oh,
you could have followed us either place. So these we showed the blanks. Yeah. Well, I can't hold that moving. So I showed the blanks for the California pin show pins. And the body is this black and white with the color shift, and then this is all color shift in this other rod. And this is like intense, crazy super shift. It was so expensive, and it's so expensive, and the amount that you get is like a few grams. So that's why it's so cool. I'm very excited about it. This was an over pour.
Purple from where I'm at, but blue right there.
Yeah, let's see. It's sometimes hard with the static, like you can't get the other. Anyways, it's like blue, purple, and then it goes to like a yellowy. There we go. A yellowy gold. Finally. So purple, pink to gold, back to blue, and then it goes to like a yellowy. So it's like got a ton of colors in it. And the thing with the color shift is you can't see any of it when it's just like the matte kind of turned, especially these. I'm so interested to see how these turned out because they're very translucent. Oh, you can see a little bit of the color shift. I could lick it, but I don't know if I do. No, I'll just show them when they're done. And then the body. Cool. So that's what we've got going on here. John got these turned in one day. Very impressive. He was out here a bajillion hours doing them. But now they're for me, and they're going to sit there until I finish them. And that is my plan as soon as I finish all of the diamond painting pens for this week. So probably tomorrow I'll be sanding these. Yeah, the oval pour, the thing with it is it's very thin. So like
a little over half an inch. It's still very
yes, we have a bunch of stuff that we can use it for. It is not thick enough for diamond painting pens unless you wanted to stick. It's not thick enough for fountain pens, just period. But we have several other like products and things that we do. So maybe pencils, maybe, I don't know. John can use it in all kinds of other things. So I really thought I had more resin, that this was going to fill our block mold more than it did.
Hey, I'm just happy it's flat.
But
it's pretty
yeah, flat, and it didn't shrink as much on the corners as it does sometimes. I think it's very temperature dependent, and we've had very cold weather, so interesting enough, I think that made it cure slower so that it had less kinkage along the edges. I love clown pores, over pores, AF pores, always turn around. I don't know what clown pores are. I don't know what that means. Maybe. I know there are dirty pours that people do where they literally dump every little bit of all the different colors of resin into one cup and then pour it. I don't do that, but I could. I tend to be, I mean, what, they've probably all seen on Stratified. I got a new Stratified jacket. I got a new Stratified sweatshirt and a smaller Stratified dress because my my old one is huge on me. So I will be decked out in my Stratified. I also ordered a Stratified table cover so that we stand out more. Because and I do like our one that we have. It's gray and has black lettering, but because we're like our Stratified, we ended up being so well known for that, and that's kind of our signature thing at shows. I got the same with the black lettering, but it's a Stratified, like full tablecloth. That's what I want to bring to California. We don't have an overhead thingy for our table, and haven't, and I don't know that we're gonna get one. I don't know. We got a flag that worked okay in Orlando, but most places, if you put it anywhere, it's gonna block somebody else, and we don't love that. That's kind of part of why we don't love the overhead things either, unless you're against a wall, because if they're in the middle of the room,
treat others.
You're kind of blocking everybody else. Or like when you're back to back, we've had shows where, you know, somebody else has their overhead thing, which is fine, it's allowed, but it looks like now. Hey, thank you. Sorry, Michael. Yeah, I guess I'm not taking off my sweatshirt though. It's gonna be jacket on jacket. So I get so cold at pin shows. I am freezing. So I usually wear like a blazer. Okay, keep in mind I have an entire very bulky sweatshirt underneath this, but it's like a bomb. Like, oh my god, it makes me look so fluffy because I've got my other jacket on. It's a bomber jacket. So it's going to keep me warm. I can wear it over my other stuff and still be stratified, because John complains when I put my, you still can't hear me?
Yeah, they can.
Oh, it's just the delay. Okay. Anyways, John complains that
that might be the runner that you got the leg again.
Oh, from Vista Prints. That's what I use for the table stuff. Anyways, so yeah, I wear my black blazer, and then from behind you can't see that I've got all my Stratified stuff on, so that's not cool. I also have my Stratified lanyard. We both do, from Rickshaw, and one of my goals for this year is to expand some of our Rickshaw stuff, because right now we have custom Stratified Rickshaw sleeves that go with every single Stratified pen, but I want to get some more pen rolls and like the very cool Fillmore zip cases for other people to buy. So hopefully maybe after the California show, I'll be able to order them between that and DC, because I want to bring them to DC and to San Francisco and to Orlando this year. Yeah. So, and I haven't decided, we'll have to look at it, but the color options for the fuzzy linings. You okay? Oh, you lost your cup. Not your water. Oh, I was talking about rickshaw. Anyways, we have rickshaw lanyards that we wear, and I have a rickshaw purse now that I carry to every show. Yeah, so it's fun. You can pick me out from across the room. When John wanders around, I don't lose him because he's all colorful. But it's fun. All right. Did you find it? Did you find it? Oh, you're showing the... No, don't throw things at me.
Good catch. Hot hand.
All right, so this is Rickshaw's pin roll. It's got elastic, and this is our logo on the corner. I like them better with the little kind of more subtle logo. So this is the back side, and this is the inside. This is my pin roll that I keep all of the different sizes of nibs for shows, so that people can be like, hey, can I try a 1.1 or an extra fine or whatever, and then I've got them in here. I went with hot pink as the inside of this one, but we've also done like this blue color. We've done like a more green kind of teal color. Lots of options with the stratified. I personally really love the hot pink, but I know that that makes it more limited for like other people to maybe want it. And in there right now is only my show stratified, which I actually need to give back to John to fix. And then it's got medium rose gold nib in it. It's glued on there from when I did it forever ago.
Oh, that's easy.
John's gonna fix it for me. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna show, but this is our finial, whatever. It's just got the M on it that we do for stratified. We do that when you get the fountain pens. Anyways, so I want to get some of these made for people to buy, and the Fillmores, which is also inside, but it's got, how many does this one have? This one has 6. The Fillmore also holds 6, but it also holds other stuff and like notebooks. Both of these I love. They're very soft. Mark from Rickshaw is fantastic. One of the best pin accessory companies, period. Because most companies, if you are a small business and you've tried to get custom stuff done, most companies have minimum order quantities for each type of item. And those can be very cost prohibitive for small businesses. Mark doesn't have any. You can literally go and like, I just got one of these made. I bought a bunch of other stuff too, because we love his stuff and we use them for some of our products. But yeah, got this made, one purse made, etc., which is fantastic. I love getting to see him at shows, and their home show is San Francisco, because that's where they're located. And yeah, so I'm hoping at some point I'll get to go to San Francisco a little bit early or stay a little longer so that I can go and see their factory, which would be amazing. So yeah, that's all I got to say. I gotta go do some inside work for a bit.
Okay. Me too, either too.
Oh, wrapping up?
Yeah. I think so.
Did you show the finished?
No.
All right.
Here, let's hop over there.
Change it again, back and forth. All right, so here is that finished captive ring pin that John just turned. It So that was very cool. It was just from my box of blanks that already were drilled. So it was kind of a surprise one. Funny story with these ones.
Got great color separation.
It's super well. Yes, it does. It's very cool. The white typically does well with separating. It's probably one of the easiest ones that I can get to color separate correctly. But these blanks, I baked them accidentally really high temperature and they were brown. The white parts were brown on the outside, but they were fine on the inside. So yay. That was a very long time ago, and oops. I better get the bushings out. Anyhow. You want anything else to say? Let me give it back to you. Oh, make a space again.
Yeah. Yeah. Nose isn't wanting to cooperate, so I don't want to keep sneezing and everything on y'all. So, yeah, might as well wrap it up here. Hopefully, we'll get another stream in tomorrow. Be working on some fountain pens. Yeah, that's some fountain pens that we'll be working on next. So, if you're interested in that, stop by tomorrow. Other than that, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Had fun. Thanks for hanging out. And we will see you next time.
Bye.